This clip is brought to you by SaveWithConrad.com. Let's do some questions here. We got lots of questions about this show. One of them that I want to ask before we get to all the fan questions. It feels like, given the fact that this Owen Enziguri putting Sean on the shelf was so memorable in 95, that perhaps you could have saved this Owen Sean match for post WrestleMania and gotten a main event out of it, where Owen could say, yeah, not only did I kick your head into the third row, I knocked you unconscious, and I'm going to do it and put you on the shelf and claim my world title this Sunday at so-and-so pay-per-view. Instead, we do it right before. Could that have worked, or did the company at that point just not see Owen as a pay-per-view main event?
Well, again, I think that it was here with Sean, and it was an opportunity to get us to that point. That's what the story was. And it was Owen, and we needed to finish that up before we got to WrestleMania.
Lots of questions about the little girl in the ring. She's here celebrating with Shawn Michaels. Sean's asking for some kisses. How are the kids who were involved in the scenes in the ring selected? Is it usually someone they knew, or the boys just call an audible and go do it?
It would depend. Sometimes it would be somebody that they knew, and a lot of times I have no idea who the hell this was, but a lot of times it was someone that they knew.
Lenny Bakken wants to know, was the decision made to hold this event in Louisville made to accommodate Jim Cornette's dislike for travel?
Yeah, 100%. Except, see, Lenny, the whole in that story is that Jimmy was still living in Connecticut.
You know, he had to be stomping around. What a goddamn rib!
Goddamn, where's Mama? My mama's here.
Dan wants to know, is the big blue cage in the warehouse somewhere? Have you thought about cutting it into pieces and selling it? Or did Conrad already buy it? No, I don't have it.
I'd like to cut it into pieces, wherever the hell it is. Burn it. Just melt it all down. And then make like a necklace, like Calvin Mustafa's urn.
Michael says, maybe I'm just old school, but this version of the steel cage is still my favorite. Why, Bruce, was this changed many times over the years? The style I feel like I like the best is because it was easiest for viewers to see through. What say you?
Well, Michael, you never had to work in the damn thing. That's what I say.
Okay.
It was painful.
It is easier to see, though. He's onto something there.
Okay.
Craig says, hey guys, this is a question for both of you. Do you think in 95 Razor Ramon could have been a credible heel going for the WWE Championship against Diesel? A Razor Ramon, a heel Razor Ramon would have been a great storyline. Of course, he started as a heel, but I mean, do you think it could have worked, Razor and Diesel, for the title?
Well, then everybody would have bitched about the Click working together.
Well, we're going to do that no matter what.
Can't do that.
But I mean, you did that a lot with Sean and Nash, so why not them? You just want to argue today, I can tell.
Well, you woke me up so goddamn early.
I hate you for that. Meltzer would say, just like fired you up. We're done with that. Scott Steele says, all the 2 hour
Shut me up,
pay-per-views.
Conrad. What's your next question?
I don't have one, but Scott Stessel does. He says,
okay.
All the 2 hour in your house pay-per-views had dark matches after the show. I went to the Buried Alive in Indianapolis. I remember the New Rockers versus the Godwins, while Shawn Michaels closed with Goldust. What's fabulous about that Buried Alive is we're led to believe that we have just witnessed a real murder. A man has been buried here. He's dead.
No murder.
Well, he's buried. Okay. He's buried alive.
Yeah. Okay.
We just saw a man buried alive.
Yeah.
Next up, the Godwins.
Yeah.
Run to the ring.
Don't go mess with country boy, country boy, country boy. Don't go mess with country boy. Don't mess with country boy.
Pete wants to know, what would have been the long-term plans for Diesel and Razor had they not given their notice? So you had something penciled in, right?
Well, Diesel would have gone with Undertaker.
Yeah, that still happened. We got that. But what?
Yeah, but it would have gone on. It would have gone on through the summer and would have continued on.
Razor would have worked with Goldust. What would he have done on the other side of WrestleMania, do you think?
Don't really remember because, once we knew that was not going to happen, his unhappiness with Goldust and working with Goldust, and you're thinking in different ways, like, okay, well, this isn't going to work moving forward. Couldn't tell you.
On the Money says the opening intro for this show is one of the best they ever did. The music, the score, the narrator's voice, it was simple and effective. One of my favorite In Your House pay-per-views. Who was doing these video packages back here? Was this still Sahadi?
Probably Sahadi, Chris Chambers. One of those two, probably.
Alexa wants to know, whatever happened to the old In Your House stage set? Is it tucked away in the warehouse, or was it completely scrapped and thrown out, as best you know?
It's Conrad's garage.
Why are you saying that? That's not true.
Because show them pictures where you pull the rolls into.
Why are you being like this? Where's the set?
And you park it next to the Bugatti.
Bugatti. Oh, you're adding new shit now. Does Vince have a Bugatti?
Oh, see, so you don't deny the rolls. You don't deny the other shit, the Bentley. And just because I threw a Bugatti in there, oh, well, I don't have a Bugatti yet. It's not here yet.
I don't have a Bentley anymore.
Okay.
Austin says, to the best of your knowledge, has Sean ever landed his super kick on anyone? Now, he's not saying that to be a smart ass, but has it ever connected a little too much?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of times. Sometimes you just got to get in there a little snuggo.
Super Spreader Event says the rumor had it that the diaper match was Jim Cornette's idea and X-Pac wanted out of his contract as a result. Do you remember? That does feel like a Cornette thing. I could see that happening in Smoky Mountain. Do you remember?
Pretty sure it was a Cornette thing.
Okay. Do you remember X-Pac being upset about a baby bottle match, or was he cool?
He might have been a little upset about it. But again, I liked it. I thought it was a really good culmination to their entire issue.
Marcus says, creatively, if you had a do-over with Chris Candido, would you have done anything differently? Of course, he's in the dark match here, but we get lots of questions about Candido. Do you think he was just ahead of his time? Maybe the business wasn't ready for a guy his height being featured.
I mean, don't take this the wrong way. I mean, but if Chris were 6 inches taller and 40 pounds heavier, then, he would have owned the business. I just think that, due to his size and somewhat, a little bit his attitude, Chris had a chip on his shoulder and had a strong desire to be the best. And instead of trying to work around going, okay, how can I be the best in this environment? It was like, no, fuck you. You're all wrong because you're not letting me be the best, where I want to be the best. So it just, I don't know. I like Chris. I think Chris was a hell of a talent, but I just think that more than anything, if you were to look at what held Chris back, it was his size. And that's a shame because he really had a love for this business. And in Chris's mind, he was 7 feet tall. And that's a good thing sometimes. That's
Wayne says, what do wrestlers do when they have to spend the entire night under the ring waiting for their spot?
Depends on the wrestler. Most sleep.
What do you think Undertaker was doing? Seances?
Yeah. Probably. Had a Ouija board.
I don't know why that tickles me, but it does. Hey, one last one, then we'll get out of here. This is from Steve Hates Wrestling. He says, why did the heel Tatanka not work out? I thought his heel turn on Luger was really well done and one of the better heel turns of the mid-90s. What say you? Okay,
you're going to get this. All right. When Tatanka turned heel and went into the whole... Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, don't get hot because I couldn't hear me. So I'm getting hot at you because I can't hear me.
It's par for course. I get it.
So, damn clouds. Okay. When Tatanka turned heel and went with the $1 Million Man, I remember his first promo when we went through all of these things that, before Tatanka, bought his pants at the Gap and this and that and all this other thing. And, said, now you're wearing Ferragamos and blah, blah, blah. And then he goes through the whole promo and everything that he mentioned about now that I'm with the $1 Million Man, I've got Levi jeans and I'm buying my shoes at Florsheim. And I swear to God, in my head and in that moment, that he was dead when he said he bought his shoes at Florsheim that was in every single mall in America that was, the cheap shoes, and he came back and said, Florsheim? He goes, yeah, they got nice shoes there. I said, I gave you Ferragamos and fucking Gucci and all this shit. He goes, yeah, but most people, they see the Florsheim, they know they're nice shoes. Bless his heart. I love me some Chris. And the thing about it was Chris was a snazzy dresser.
Right.
And Chris always had nice shit. But the Florsheim shoe just still, to me, to this day, sticks in my craw.
Hey, it's Conrad Thompson. Thanks for checking out the podcast here on YouTube. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notifications bell so you get a notice anytime we upload some new content. And go save yourself some money right now. If you're in a 30-year loan or you have credit card debt, it's not a matter of if I can save you money. It's a matter of how much. Find out right now for free at SaveWithConrad.com.